Every human who has ever lived has died. It is the one thing we all share. But we are strange animals. We do not just die. We bury. We mourn. We remember. We leave gifts. So when did we first treat death this way? The answer is buried in ancient graves. This is the story of the first death. Start with a hard truth. Grief is older than us. Our species is about 300,000 years old. But animals grieved long before that. Elephants stop at the bones of their dead. They touch the skulls. They stand in silence. They return to the same bones for years. Chimpanzees feel it too. Mother chimps carry their dead babies for weeks. They groom them, unwilling to let go. So the roots of grief run deep. Older than humans. But grief is not the same as burial. Feeling loss is one thing. Digging a grave and laying someone in it is another. That takes an idea. That death means something. So where do we find the first real grave? To find it, travel to a cave in Kenya. On a cliff above the sea lies Panga Yasaidi. Inside, archaeologists found a tiny grave. It held a child, about 3 years old. They named the child Mtoto. It means child. Mtoto was buried 78,000 years ago. This is the oldest known burial in all of Africa. And the details will break your heart. The child was curled up, as if asleep. The little head rested on a pillow. The body seems to have been wrapped in a shroud. Someone tucked this child in for the last time. 78,000 years ago, a family said goodbye, but burial may be even older than Mtoto. Travel north to caves in modern Israel. At Qafzeh and Skhul, more graves were found. Some are around 100,000 years old. Here lay early modern humans, carefully placed. One held the antlers of a deer in its arms, and the graves were stained with red. Archaeologists found 71 pieces of red ochre. Red ochre, the color of blood, the color of life. Again and again, the dead were painted red. To make it, they ground rock into blood-red powder. At Qafzeh, a woman and child lay together, mother and child, held close even in death. Why? We think it meant rebirth. Blood is life. So red may mean life returning. These humans were not just dumping bodies. They were sending the dead somewhere. And they were not the only humans doing this. Because our cousins buried their dead too. The Neanderthals. Strong, clever, and gone. In France, one old man was laid in a pit. He is about 60,000 years old. His body was placed in a dug grave on his back. Nearby, at La Ferracie, they buried a small child, a 2-year-old, gently placed in the earth. Even our cousins could not just walk away. And one Neanderthal grave became a legend. In a cave in Iraq, called Shanidar, scientists found pollen around a buried body. They thought the dead man was laid on flowers, the famous flower burial, a funeral with blooms. For decades, it melted hearts around the world. But here comes a hard twist. New studies point at a different culprit. Burrowing bees. They store pollen in the ground. The flowers may be bees, not a funeral. Science is honest. Sometimes the sweet story breaks, but Shanidar still holds real graves. 10 Neanderthals returned to the same cave. They kept bringing their dead back home. Now jump forward to an icy world, to the richest grave of the Ice Age. In Russia, at a place called Sungir, around 34,000 years ago, 2 boys were buried head to head, and they were covered in treasure. More than 13,000 mammoth-ivory beads, each bead carved by hand from a tusk. That is around 10,000 hours of work. 300 fox teeth, ivory spears, armbands for 2 children. Think about that. And here is the tender part. The beads once covered their clothes head to toe, whole outfits sewn with thousands of tiny beads. Both boys were disabled. Their bones show it. Yet they were buried like kings. Love, not usefulness, decided how they were mourned. Burial was becoming something huge, a statement. But Earth is not the only way to say goodbye. Some people gave their dead to fire, traveled to Australia, to Lake Mungo. There lies a woman we call Mungo Lady. She died about 42,000 years ago. Her people burned her body with great care. Then they crushed the bones and burned them again. This is the oldest known cremation on Earth. Fire or earth, the meaning was the same. This person mattered. Do not forget them. As humans settled down, the dead stayed close. Some kept the skulls of loved ones at home. At Jericho, they covered skulls in plaster. They gave the dead new faces to keep. The dead became family you could still see. At the world's first temple, this got strange. Göbekli Tepe, almost 12,000 years old. There, archaeologists found carved human skulls, a skull cult. The dead, kept and honored. Others sent their dead up to the sky. Vultures would carry the flesh to the heavens. Death was no longer an end. It was a journey. But one discovery shook everything we assumed. Deep in a South African cave system lived a small-brained cousin, Homo naledi. Its brain was a third the size of ours, yet its bones lay deep in a hidden chamber. Some scientists claim it buried its dead around 250,000 years ago. If true, burial is far older than our species. Many experts strongly doubt the claim. Some even say naledi carved marks on the walls. Others say the evidence is just too thin. The cave may have trapped them by accident. The debate is fierce and still open, but it forces a huge question. Is caring for the dead uniquely human at all? Whatever the answer, one thing is clear. Burial changed us. It changed everything. A grave is a promise. You will be remembered. It says we are more than our bodies. From red ochre to ivory beads to fire, humans refuse to let the dead simply vanish. The grave may be where religion was born, the place where we first imagined a beyond. We are the animal that mourns, the animal that says goodbye and means it. Mtoto, the old man, the two boys, Mungo Lady, strangers across 100,000 years. All of them loved, all of them remembered, and now remembered again by you. That is the story of the first death. Before you go, one small thing. If this story moved you, leave a like and subscribe for a new story every week. One last question, and I really want your answer. Would you choose burial, cremation, or something else? Tell us in the comments. We read them.